Good morning, ladies, and thank you. Thank you for tuning in this morning. This is your host, Selena Combs of In Her Words Radio. And today, ladies, I want to talk to you guys about your role as a mother and the duty to protect your child. This topic is very dear to me as myself, as a mother. I have two daughters, I have three sons, and you feel the need as a parent to protect your children from harm. And today, that's what I want to kind of talk to you guys about. I am certain that plenty of you have seen or have even received the explicit Facebook video of the little baby girl performing oral sex on the mother's boyfriend. So that's kind of what drives me to this topic today, ladies. I just want you guys to understand that regardless of what your relationship is or how connected you feel to a person that's not the other parent to your child, it is your sole duty as a parent to protect that child. And we can find ourselves, where there's a certain level of trust and you feel open enough to be with this person. But we always have to keep in mind that when we do hear a story of a child being molested or a child being raped, um, we have to, or a child being abused, I don't want to take away from that either. We have to take into consideration that it's our duty to protect our children. And regardless of the relationships that we choose to establish, every relationship that you establish should not include your children. We hear the stories, we see the stories, again, even down to the video that, most of you have even received in your Facebook Messenger. And you hear it and it's disgusting and you're grossed out by it, you're mortified, you're horrified. But then at the same time, we have to always remember that these are people, right? Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's not your friend. Maybe it's not your sister. Maybe it's not someone that you actually know, but this is a person and this is someone that this has happened to. And so with that being said, it's our duty to protect our children. There was a story here on the news here in Atlanta where there was a young boy, 12 years old, walking through an apartment community, and two grown men snatched this kid and pulled him into an apartment and raped this little child multiple times. One of the men were HIV positive, and at 12, and especially for our sons, we try to give them this level of independency. And so even I don't know where the child was headed to, but even in the event if mom sent him to the store or if he was on his way to his friend's house, we have a comfort in thinking like, oh, well, he's big and he got to be on his own. He got to be independent. But at the same time, there are crazy people out here and it is our sole duty and responsibility to protect our children. So at this day and age, when I was younger and I was growing up, we stayed outside all night. I grew up in the south side of Chicago. We stayed up all night. We stayed outside in our block all night. But the one difference was we knew everyone in our neighborhood. We knew everyone on our block. Everyone on our block knew our parents. And so the upbringing was so different. I couldn't be around a corner and Miss Taylor hear me cursing and my grandma wasn't going to find out or my parents weren't going to find out. It just didn't happen like that. Everyone knew, everyone had an eye. But in today's world, and things has changed so drastically, where we have these combined communities, we have different races, we have different ethnicities, we have so many people from so many different walks of life and different life experiences. We have pedophiles in our communities. And so it's our duty as parents to protect our children. Protect your child. That's what I want you guys to focus on today. Am I protecting my child? Am I doing whatever it takes to make sure that my child is going to be safe? Am I doing what it takes for me to not be that parent on the news or on the news? Thank you, ladies. On the news or trying to hope that this doesn't ever happen to me. Well, we have to exert that options and we have to put all of our energy into making sure that our children are safe from harm, safe from violence, safe from, definitely anything explicit. So those are things that we have to take into consideration. And I thank you guys for calling in, and I will definitely get back to the messages. So please continue to call in, continue to leave your messages, send your emails. I definitely appreciate the feedback. But today, like I said, ladies, our gentlemen, if you're tuning in too, you have kids, you have, situations where we have parents and, you may not be in the house with your child. So just because you're not, it doesn't take away from your responsibility as a parent to protect your child. Um, if you're dating, your child shouldn't be in the bed with you and the person that you're dating if it's not their child. You understand what I'm saying? From a man and you're dating this lady, or from a woman and you're dating a man. Just all of it. We can't let our little girls sit on our boyfriends' laps. We can't even hardly let them sit on uncles and brothers' laps. So we have to be mindful of these things and understand that it's not okay, and we have a duty as a parent to protect our children. So again, ladies, I ask that you today ask yourself, am I protecting my child? Am I doing whatever it takes to make sure that my child is safe? Am I would not am I am going to be more mindful. I hear the things on the news. I'm seeing the videos. So yeah, I'm going to be more protective of my daughters. I'm going to make sure that my sons have um, a ride to get to where they're going, or I'm going to make sure they're in a safe position, because and especially in my age era, you're so focused on the little girls, and we have to keep our girls safe, keep our girls safe. But again, this is a 12-year-old boy that was walking down the street, and this young boy was raped by two men. The severity in that, the level of trauma that would cause, the disdain, that child it's gonna take a lot for that child to even feel some sense of normalcy. So I just encourage each and every one of you not to be that parent, not to find yourself on that news. And I'm not saying that the child or the children that these things have happened to, it's their fault or it's their parents' fault in any form or fashion, because again, it's the sick person that hurts the child. It's the sick person that abuses the child. So we can't blame fault to the parent or the child in no form or fashion, but we can exert ourselves to the point to where we're doing whatever it takes to keep our children safe. And so I ask each and every one of you to make that pledge to yourself today, that you will step up and do whatever it takes to protect your child. Keep your child safe. Keep your child out of harm's way. Make sure that your child may have a ride to and from where they need to go, and understanding that there are sick people out here, and you don't want to end up that person. You do not want to find yourself with a missing kid, or your child's face is in Walmart or on a milk cover, or so we birth them, we nourish them, we nurse them, we give them the things that they need, we give them the tools that they need. And so we get to a point to where we feel like, okay, yeah, I've planted the seed, and I see it, and I'm proud of him, or I'm proud of her, and and they're growing up and they're embracing their independency, and all of these things are great because they are people, and this is what they have to do as people. But at the same time, it's our civil duty as parents to make sure that our children are not experiencing any unnecessariness than they should acquire as children. And so that, again, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress that enough. Am I protecting my child? And if I'm not, I will do whatever it takes to go the extra mile to make sure that my child is safe. So I thank you guys for tuning in today. I ask that you guys do hit the like button, hit the follow button. This is a very interactive podcast. I receive and will respond to any comments, messages, emails, texts, phone calls. So you guys, please feel free to make this very interactive. If you know a situation that you like to share, please do so. I would love to feature your story on the podcast. And again, thank you for tuning in. This is your host, Selena Combs, with In Her Words Radio, signing off until tomorrow. Stay blessed and protect your child. Have a great day.